Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to kick off your week. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for November 15th, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching in time, it might be extremely relevant or horribly irrelevant, but your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in-depth, and intense. So if you have questions about booking a private session, go ahead and reach out in the email address provided. Or you can find me on the social platforms and send me a DM. Again, this is timeless, so listen with an open heart and an open mind. There's some sort of rite of passage that's coming in, and it also seems to be some sort of, there's a huge revealing that's coming out. It feels like a point of release, but it's also a very new phase for you. So what is this going to be involving? We're kicking this off with Rider-Waite. All right. Wow. So we have the Page of Cups in reverse after the Death card. Let's see. You're moving beyond what seems to be rejection of the past. Some sort of a truth is going to be coming out about a karmic situation. Perfectly fine. You need to know this, and you want to know it leads you to the ultimate. This actually feels like it might be a very personal reading for some of you. There's a light on the horizon, and you have to stop watering those dead seeds because it is breaking your back. All right, so let's look at this right now. Huge messages as far as personal connections are going. I think that there's a lot that you have brought into relationships, but I also feel like there is a lot that you've never let go of. And I do see a new caliber of people who are coming into your life, and it also feels like you have gone through an awakening. So in that awakening, we have the Moon card, which is all about new phases, but also release. So what is it that you have to release? All the pain, all the rejection, all of that. So I want to draw some clarification on the last four cards, because the pain is not in the current. The pain is actually the ghosts of Christmas past, for God's sakes. A lot of truth about karmic situations. This might be showing of infidelities. This might be showing of third-party situations, which does not always go to infidelities, but this could be somebody who has a lot of distractions, such as workaholism or whatnot. Very personal distraction. We're going to get clarification on this. So I'm being pulled to the Saints and Angels. So the bottom of this is somebody who gives way too much. I do feel like you are somebody who gives a lot. And that, it looks like it's been grossly taken for granted. And these people are still taken from you. Listen, there's a brave move that's a move that's coming in. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Going to that Friends, no wait, no, it wasn't Friends, it was the movie Just Friends. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. It's time for you to pull back your energy. You have put your energy in so many sectors that were not yours, but you've claimed them. So I want you to actually practice saying no. Practice saying no. And the travels is about you moving on. You actually might be hearing from a lot of exes very soon. Either that or ex-friends, even family members that you're estranged from. You might be hearing from a lot of people that you have moved on from and that you're pulling your energy back from. I think that even though you have let them go, you still had energetic cords to them. And this is where the abundance bleed out's happening. You're watering a lot of dead seeds unintentionally. Whenever you leave something behind, it's important that you recognize the mourning and the loss of what it is and pull yourself back from whatever that was. So now I want to draw on the forgiveness aspect, because it feels like you stayed plugged in because of a sense of grief. Like you have to make it up to somebody. Why? We have this in reverse. It's ungrounded. It's never going to start again. And it's not a matter of time. This is something where you have to look forward. It is super important that you actually look forward. So there is a disunion that's happening, but this is happening from people of the past. It's important that you let the past go because you're jumping into something very, very new. And this is taking a lot of strength. You can't hold on to everything. You're being pulled in so many directions, and I get it. It's hard because you don't realize how much of the past that you held on to. I know that you are somebody who prides himself on being practical. I know that you're somebody who prides themselves on being self-contained even. But this, you have an empire that's behind you that you need to walk away from. That empire is now a ghost town. Nothing is growing there. And that actually should be a relief. It's a real relief coming from that because it was something that was overwhelming and all-consuming, and not in a positive way. I feel like you got lost in whatever this was, and that's also why there's a sense of you having to make up for whatever it was, whatever you feel that you have done wrong in it. Please, I understand that you are not perfect. You are a human being. But how long are you going to punish yourself? How long are you going to keep yourself in a timeout and just keep making amends to something that doesn't even exist anymore? Okay. We're going to look at archetypes. So this is energy invoked and also shadow work. We have God in reverse, despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. And then we have healer. So you're invoking the healer, and you're also getting over this idea that you were either cruel. I mean, there's definitely abuse that happens, but I don't feel like there's abuse that was necessarily stemming from you. I think that this was something that in some cases may have been manipulated on you to make you feel like you were some BOS. I'm just going to say it like that. So this, you've not been cruel. You're not trying to hurt anybody. And you, in walking away from a situation, wasn't because you wanted somebody to hurt. It was because you had to let it go. You had to move on. It was no longer for you. You outgrew certain things in your life. You're not that person, and you're definitely not that person anymore. So this, we're looking at the passion to help and serve others. So this is actually you going through not only ascension, but stepping into what seems to be more of a purposeful place for you. Then we have repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. I want you to look at what has occurred, the pain, the letdowns, the confrontations, all of that. A lot of what has occurred was because of this desperate need to survive. You were doing whatever you could to survive. Can you not give yourself props for that? With whatever it was, you're looking at yourself as, in some degree, being monstrous. No, you were doing whatever it took to survive. And now you're out of survival mode. So now the healing can truly begin. We have trickster energy, transcending conventional stuffiness and predictable behavior. You are implementing changes. So in healing, you are definitely changing. You are becoming the protagonist and the hero of your own story, which, congratulations. We have the wounded child, so blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving forward through forgiveness. Okay. You are not your upbringing. It is definitely part of you. But not everything is going to keep recycling the way that it did throughout those formative years. You're not meant to hurt. Just because it's the way that something was doesn't mean that that's the way that it's going to be. So, can you not see that survivalism was a theme of the past. Like it was the theme. So now that you have found that you've survived, can we look at this as you not using those old wounds to keep yourself in a line that you don't belong? You're transcending that. This new world that you're waking up in, it needs you. It needs the new you. It needs the rebirthed you. So let's look at what you need to know about that. I'm getting the enchanted map, so mountain. Every journey begins with one small step. You think that you're not going to have what you need in this, but you need to be gentle with yourself. You're going to learn to thrive in new conditions, but it's going to be new. And this, you're waking up. You're really waking up. No, you're really waking up, and I need you to know that. So let's see. It looks like your ancestors are shining, like smiling down on you. I know it's cheesy, but I'll show you what I mean in a moment. All right, don't hit a rock bottom that doesn't exist. So this is what we're looking at now, what you need to know. There's a lot of details that you need to pay attention to. You have the strength to do it, and you are waking up. So you're going to start to notice a lot of things, get clarity on a lot of new situations, and find your true north of where you do belong. And that is something that you are to follow. So the gentle gardener is, while you're making that new path and you're following it, you're getting clarity on a lot of things. This is going to take one of your awesome survival skills, not being in survival mode, it's part of your adaptability, and start to thrive in new conditions. Completely like a fish out of water. But you want to know what? Evolution's happening fast with that. It feels like you're gaining some pretty massive legs with that one. So I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it. The deep freeze is in reverse, so it's waking up. I can appreciate that. Alrighty. Not everything is a business transaction. It's going to be a journey. We also have Virgonian energy here, Sun, Moon, Rise, Venus, Temperance too. This is going to be something that has a lot of ups and downs. The reason why I'm getting Virgonian energy is because the Hermit card. However, the Temperance card, I'm not really feeling the astrological pull sign of that one. It's more about having your cup filled and following the Merkaba awakening. So there's a lot of things that are going to be poured into your cup. Do not cap it off. It is just going to spill all over your hand. I mean this in the most figurative way. This is not a business transaction. What you are getting in the flow state of life is part of the awakening. It is part of what has guided your way with this, with all of this. So you're going to have a lot of insecurities. Those are going to be the down parts, but the up parts are going to be your breakthroughs. So you have to decide, what are you going to feed? What are you going to starve? What are you going to stop paying attention to? What are you going to observe about yourself as either a positive or a negative and use it to what seems to be your advantage? It's not you versus everyone else. It's you versus what you have overcome. This is very important for you. So, what do you have to look forward to? We have the Chariot. We have the victory of that. We have the Empress. Whoop. Ah! You know, I went to not drop it, and I dropped it in 3 different ways going down. So we have the Empress. You're getting in alignment with your heart and your Venus. See where your Venus is and what house it's in. It's going to be a big indicator of what this is involving in your life. So for instance, mine is in Leo in the 7th house. Where is yours? In what house? The Venus is going to be involving personal relationships, but also you're avoiding a disaster, and it seems to be something that can slow down. Then we have the Hierophant. So this is, again, changes and challenges, but commitments coming into play, and it's going to be something that is filled with security and faith, and it's something that is allowing you to move on and heal, which is what has been a huge trigger for you even recently. We have the Queen of Cups, but I'm also getting pulled to whatever, well, I said whatever because I was in the middle of splitting it, but then we have the Magician. What is behind this? You have to make a choice. Okay. Yeah, you could be happy with anything, but you're not going to be happy with nothing. You're not going to be happy letting other people make the decision for you. This is telling you that you know what you want, so stop pretending that you don't know. It might be a fear of you in expressing that voice, but this is the little ebb that you have to punch through and get on the other side of, because that's where the actual growth without burnout happens. So the healing is going to be going through this decision making, which you do know what you want, and this is happy life ahead. We have the 10 of Cups. It's everything that you need, everything that is emotional fulfillment. It is a new chapter. The land is yours to build on whatever you want, and it went from the desert to being in this very fertile area. And what's in the background of it? Oh, we have a red roof house. So this is going to be a house that is based off of passion, security, and a sense of stability with you. How is it that consistent stability is going to be so incredibly enticing for you? Because it allows you the safety and space to really step into the magician role. As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. You have all of this working in your favor. You have all the elements working with you. And you can stare straight ahead and utilize everything at the God-given time for you. It's very beautiful, and it's something that is, it's taking the, it's not even discipline, but it's taking the, it's actually putting realistic logic into place with all of it. I think that you are adding a practical element to stuff that seems so magical, which actually is very cool in having some sort of a abundant fulfillment. Like it's just, it's finding its source and tapping into it, if that makes sense. That makes it easier. Okay, so now knowing all that, where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? Okay, we're going to go with Archangel Raphael healing. We're going to go towards sobriety. Isn't that a trip? Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for adjusting my cravings in healthful directions so that I only desire life-affirming foods and beverages. It's not only about eat and drink. Thank you, God and Archangel Raphael, for adjusting my cravings in all forms, whatever it is, into a healthful, more conducive direction. So this, whatever you're going to feed into your system, is going to become you. You might as well make it something of substance rather than of instant gratification. You want something that's going to have long-term payoff. All right, that's all I'm feeling from that deck. All right, so where am I being pulled to now? Okay. Mermaids and dolphins. Okay. How do you need to know? Remembering this painting in a cafe in Santa Cruz, and it had the dolphins in front, going in what seems to be a cyclone, and it was called the Soulmates. I'm thinking about that right now, and I haven't seen that painting in, I want to say, almost 4 years. What's this? Friendship. Make a play date with one or more friends, and then father healing. So this is about getting support and healing whatever the father-related issues. Now, this doesn't have to be the actual male father figure. We all have masculine and feminine inside of us, whoever the more domineering and authoritative, protective type parent. Like the nurturer would go towards the divine feminine and the unconditional mother. So this, what about that authority figure is intimidating your life at this point in time? So this is actually learning the enemy of that and how that has been a weight on you. Not calling any one particular person, I'm calling an action an enemy of you. How can you sit with that sense of enemy of action, again, not a person, and uncover it and see what its true essence is and develop a actual connection to it and learn how to use that to your advantage. That is the new friend dynamic internally coming with this. And this is actually going to take a lot of the pain and strife out of that particular section of your life. And it is involving relationships where you feel that there is an unequal exchange of power play. So this, I see the support coming in from somebody around you. And let's see, what's this one? I have to playtime. Stay optimistic. It's not time for you to take the situation too seriously right now. You're going through a phase of healing. So this is going to involve you and being protected and actually letting yourself be coddled, letting yourself be held, feeling that sense of nurture and safety. That unhealthy masculine energy is only going to be fixed by loving, nurturing, and understanding right now. So this is not going to just get through it. Let's pound through this. No. It's time for you to actually embrace and let yourself be held and be gentle. Compassion is going to be a major factor in this. That is what's going to cause you to break free. So after all of this, what you can expect as you've gone through the healing is divine magic, fabulous, and higher standards, and what's this? Pay attention. Pay attention to what? All right, I'm being pulled to the saints and angels now. So another miracle, divine magic and a miracle. What's this? A vision. Man, life is about to get really sweet for you. You're going to fall in love with the sweetness of life. There's a huge commitment that you are going to be making. It's pretty divine. This, you have to find your own magical path though. You have to play your own music. You have to follow the beat of your own drum. Don't follow the beat of your own drummer. You're not letting anyone else take the lead in this. Follow the beat of your own drum. Make the commitment. A new commitment is coming into play, and it's after the healing process. I genuinely hope that this made sense. If you do have questions about booking a session, go ahead and reach out in the provided email address. Also, you can find me on the social platforms and send me a DM. Spirit is giving you a lot of messages right now, so listen, it's for you. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. Hey there, beautiful. Take two. I really don't know what was going on. However, if you have found your way across this, for one, you might need a mini message. And two, we're going to figure it out. Three, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Right now, this is what came out. A lot of cup energy dealing with emotions. It's great. It's grand. It's wonderful. We're thinking Scorpio. You're thinking Cancer. You're thinking also Piscean energy. So this could also be a sun, moon, rise, Venus, or time frame, but it is a gift from the universe that is heavily guarded, because if you look at it, it looks like somebody is watching between the buildings. This is divine protection, and it's also something that in essence has a lot of freedom about it. So it's not like you're being restricted. There's no restriction in this, which I can greatly appreciate. So what about it? Let's see. There is no rush. There is no rush. We're not forcing something to happen right now. We're going to get to the truth of the matter. So whatever this is, you get to take your sweet time. You can't force something to grow. All right, and I want whatever this card is because it is poking against my finger. Hold on. I don't know what it is. Whoop. What is it? Okay, so it's like an effort to be stressed. I want to get whatever this one is too. Hang on. Yes, it's obviously an intuitive pull. Listen, you have gone through so much before, and really, you don't need to force this to happen. Whatever this is, it's not going to grow if you force it, and that lack of result is going to make you want to pull your hair out, and do not do it, or, just pull whatever. Not everybody has hair, whatever. But what I'm seeing here is there's no rush in this. This is protected. So whatever you are trying to establish, it's going to happen in due time. You getting nervous and you getting the Three of Swords going on internally is going to be stressing. It's clearly just stressing you out, but it's going to put things on hold until you can learn to calm down. When you are feeling stressed, when you're feeling overwhelmed, go into not hermit mode as to isolate yourself from everything, but quiet stillness, and then look internally, because you have already gone through this awakening. You have to look back at your light source and see what's guiding you on this, rather than let fears get the best of you. So let's cut through the BS. Let's not rush things. Let's let this evolve naturally. And it really is, I promise you. I really hope that this made sense. Hey there, beautiful. If you found your way across this, chances are you need to get an archetype card. What brings you here? This, right now, we're looking at shadow work. If it's upright, it's something that you're invoking. This is a hurdle that you're working to overcome. So we have the Artist in reverse, and this is talking about using your gift as a way to mistreat others and posing as a starving artist to elicit pity. It's not what you're actually doing. This is a hurdle of personal projection that you need to overcome. So what is this? Child natural, friendships with animals, communication with nature, spirits. The thing with an artist is it is creativity, it is also Venus connection, and it's pure divine connection. So with you and this, it's about being authentic with the communication that you do have, your downloads, your signs and synchronicities. These are very real things. So if you're getting a negative sign about something, you're not lying to yourself. You're not lying to yourself. You're not lying to others. You are being pushed to trust your gut instinct on a situation or in somebody in your life. Now, I don't care if this person has been around you for decades or, you met them 5 seconds ago. Trust your gut instinct and the signs and synchronicities about a situation. So if this is a challenge, then honestly, you're going to find out why you should have avoided something if you don't listen to it. But if this is giving you the go-ahead on everything, trust that it's not you and just trying to make a good thing out of nothing. Spirit is always working in your favor. It is one of your guiding sources in this life. Please accept the good and allow this to happen with you. So if we're looking at accepting the good about a situation, we have the Guide in reverse. Places financial gain and control, imparting spiritual insight. So the shadow work in receiving something good is the fact that you think that you didn't earn it. And also, it looks like it's you're afraid of coming off as manipulative, and you're not. You're not manipulative. But if this is a challenge and what you need to overcome, what do you need to know about the end result? Well, that came up too, so I might as well do it. The Messiah and God. God is in reverse. Okay. So despotism and cruelty, using power to control people, and then we have the serving humanity with humility. Do not be pulled in something where they are telling you that you are overanalyzing it, overfearing it. If something is scaring you, if something isn't sitting right with you, you're right. Stay away. I really hope that this made sense. Hey there, beautiful. If you found your way across this, we're going to be getting a message, a message from your angels. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. If this does not resonate, don't force it to fit. What do you need to know? Base chakra. Home, career, finances. Your words determine your outcome. Be very, very careful of what you speak into existence, whether it is affirmative or negative. The universe does not know the difference. Anything that you talk about or focus on in the negative, if you focus on it enough, is going to bring about negativity. It's going to bring about the very thing that you don't want. So, because the universe thinks that you do want it, it's like, oh, I got you. Yeah, sure. It is dealing with your sense of security. Whether it's home, whether it's career, whether it's love, whether it's any of those, be very careful. You can talk yourself into something that can be a major challenge for you. But knowing that, what else do we need to know? What is that? Workshops and seminars. And then we have Archangel Raphael. You need healing work in this. And there's an effort to clear yourself, and you need the personal or actual workshop to do this. So it's very important that we recognize about how we speak something into existence. There is an issue with you in speaking whatever it is. because you think that it's either too good to be true, you don't deserve it. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of feelings of inferiority that have been somehow integrated with the words that you speak. And I really want you to do the work in getting that, but that also involves reprogramming of your mind. So this is going to be brought about by supportive energies around you, affirmative talk, and changing of the paradigm. So this is something that I really want you to seek out in your resources. You can find a lot online. You can find them in coaches. You can find them in, I don't know, the positive affirmations. It's really the law of compensation, the law of attraction. Whatever you speak needs to come about some way, shape, or form. So reprogram your mind and speak affirmatively about what it is that you do want. If it's something that you don't want, speak about whatever it is that you do want in the affirmative rather than focusing on the negative aspects of it. It's not toxic positivity. We're not negating the bad. We're understanding it and going the other way, because F the wrong way on this. So it's going to take a while to get there, but planting a seed right now is very essential for you. But I see a very positive outcome. It's going to take time to get to Wonderland. I do hope that this made sense. Hey there, lovely. I do hope this finds you well. What do you need to know? What brings you here? We're going to be looking at the Queen of the Moon Oracle, because I can. All right, let's see what's up. Oh, listen with an open heart and an open mind. This is a general collective mini. What about it? The void. You want to know something that's coming to my mind as I'm looking at that? You know those intrusive thoughts like, what if I do this? What if I do that? People think that they're absolutely crazy for thinking these things, but this is one of the most common thoughts possible. This one, the void. I'm thinking of the call of the void, the jumping into the unknown, the abyss. And people usually think that they are going to somehow do the unthinkable. I want you to know right now that no, your thoughts, it can be considered normal. The actions of which you take from those thoughts, that is going to be the censure on that. So if you're having intrusive thoughts like call of the void, such as that, it's about being mindful about what it is, not pretending it's not there, letting it process through you. So this is, it actually you should see it as more of a comfort, because you are in control of what you have as far as actions to thoughts. And then we have what comes out with this. We have fruition and hunger. So what I'm seeing is there's been a lot of emotional turmoil internally with you. Listen, you're here for a very strong purpose. And yes, I mean that out of 8 billion people on the planet, almost 8 billion people, yeah, you're here for a very big purpose. Whether or not you know it right now, it is coming to fruition. Your soul, your body, everything about you is fighting to stay in existence. So don't think that whatever this is going to be what undoes you. If you are having a lot of trouble with that, really, you have to go reach out for help with it. Like, do not mess around. Your life is getting better. It is going to get better. You're not going to lose your mind. You're not going to lose everything. You are somebody who is growing into this amazing life. But there's that fear that the other shoe is going to drop with this. Not the case. Look internally, see where it's coming from. Use your resources to get help. If you don't think that you have any, all you have to do is reach out to anyone. I really hope that this made sense, and I hope that you understand just how, how much you are actually really supposed to be here. Stay safe. I genuinely mean it. Have fun. Hey, they're beautiful. Something needs to be illuminated. What brings you here? What do you need to bring to light? I see a lot of downloads coming in with you. A lot of excitement picking up. This is really new. What are you doing with it? Closing off, huh? Why? Okay, definitely check this group of mini reads, but also check out the Daily Tarot and Oracle for November 15th, 2021, also timeless. This does not come with a price tag. This gift does not come with a price tag. There is no sacrifice in this. You have to figure that out this time around. If you don't, if you think that everything that you do is a business transaction, you're going to cut everything to the quick. You are going to stop it dead in its tracks. You are exhausted with thinking that you always have to get tit for tat. It's not how this is going to work. Let's see. It's time for you to actually climb on the, climb on your throne. Yeah, I have a few cards in front of me. I get it. Nobody can take your success story from you. So let's look at this. Let's unpack this. Sometimes good things just need to just happen because it's time for a payoff with you. You've done enough work. I'm not even talking about sacrifice. Good God, that probably put you at the place where this Six of Pentacles was in reverse. Where did it go? Oh yeah, it's right here. You're not going to have to pay back a debt that doesn't exist. It's already been paid back with you. Now you can actually start to enjoy the fruits of all those seeds that you have sown in the past. It's a really an important time to actually acknowledge and affirm all the facts of what you have done. So a lot of information coming in, and I think that once you sit back and really look at yourself, really look at yourself, you're going to see how much of not only victorious, but how much of a leader you are, how driven you are, how perseverant and graceful you are. And then I see that you're actually going to allow for this emotional start, whatever this awakening and passionate start is, happen for you. You're going to let your heart connect to your passions, which is very cool. All right, stay safe. Have fun. Bye. If you found your way across this, you need to take a pause. What's going on? Listen with an open heart and an open mind. We're going to see what you need to take a pause about. Are you starting to compromise something in your life? Are you starting to compromise more than you should? There's an ebb and flow, a give and take. No, it's not a business transaction, but you don't need to compromise so much. Compromise is great. Yes, it settles a lot of things in life. However, you do not need to compromise this much. You think that somebody will actually step up. You don't need to be afraid of disappointing them. Let's get to the bottom of why you feel like you need to compromise so much. So here's the thing. It's really harsh to hear. I hate hearing it. I know, but it's necessary. With 8 billion people in the world, you're not going to please everybody. It's not possible. Not everybody's unfortunately going to be your friend because you're probably really awesome. You have so many amazing things coming your way if you get out of your way and stop trying to, get everybody to, I guess, like or appreciate what you're doing. There's so many different walks of life. You don't have to do that. Confidence and not giving a what. Yeah, seriously, it's not even... Don't worry about who is being impressed by your amazing nature. You have to be impressed with yourself. You have to be your, even best friend even. I know that sounds super cheesy to say, but it's kind of fitting here. The more that you actually cheer yourself on and not worry about who's, cheering you on from the stands, the more that you'll be able to actually accomplish in what it is that you do want and not burn yourself out. Trying to please everybody in what you're trying to do, it's going to make you want to, do a dead sprint into a wall. We don't need that. We need you. We need you to be you. So show up. Take a pause and see where you have been, I guess, bending too much. You're not going to appease everybody. So in understanding that, what now? After you gain all your confidence back and your amazing bossery, good decision. Putting you first in this, good decision. Putting your wants, needs, and desires first, good decision. It is a necessity. And the more that you are coming from a place of healed and faith and confidence, the more that you can actually give. How wild is that?